Pentagon and on the Twin Trade Towers, and then another plane went down outside of Pennsylvania, and we are still dealing not only with the physical effect of those attacks, all the injuries, the deaths, and the damage that has been done, but we're just beginning to have a full appreciation as well of the political and the psychological damage that may have been done to this country. Ron and Sana, James Baker, as I was not surprised, said, I think we'll be okay. But there's been so much talk in the American economy about the confidence of the American consumer and how we need to kickstart the confidence of the American consumer. That is going to be a concern.
Absolutely, Tom. And the one thing that the Federal Reserve, in its effort to manage this rather noticeable slowdown in the U.S. economy, the one thing the Federal Reserve was counting on was maintaining consumer and investor confidence. It was apparently easier to maintain consumer confidence with lower interest rates than investor confidence, but the consumer has been relatively strong despite the weakness we've seen in the economy. Housing sales had been near record levels, auto sales near record levels, and so by lowering interest rates, the Fed was keeping those things affordable and keeping the economy afloat. I had occasion to talk to someone who asked to remain unnamed, but who is familiar with how the government works during periods of crisis when it comes to economic matters, and obviously says that the New York Federal Reserve needs to, and some of this is rather technical, check how all the financial parties who have obligations to one another in Lower Manhattan are doing right now. It's a so-called settlement process. Who can make good on what trade or investment to whom? The New York Federal Reserve, as we stated earlier, has promised to provide enough money to keep the economy afloat through this difficult period, given that the center of the financial world has been attacked today.